Hey there shoppers, it's Amy and I've got a really cool video for you today. This is a red light therapy device that you can use at home, but it's not just any red light device. It's from EmberTouch. They are the greatest brand out there for all of your red light needs. And it's not just red light, it's also NIR, and they even have a pulse function. On top of that, you are going to get access to their app that has all sorts of smart functions and features. In this video, we are going to do an unboxing. We're gonna talk about what makes this better than other devices out there and the materials used, all of the features and functions. And then I'm gonna give you some real life scenarios on how I use my EmberTouch device. So let's go ahead. We'll start with that unboxing, tell you a little bit more about the brand, and then we'll get into some of the science behind why red light is so important and why it is so trendy and popular. You've probably seen it at your favorite gyms and health clubs, maybe even some spas, maybe even the doctor's office. There's a lot of cool science behind it, and it's something that you are going to want to add to your wellness routine. Let's get started. Okay, so as promised, we are going to go over just a quick unboxing, and I want to point out here that this is actually coming from the EmberTouch factory. And you can see here, QC passed all over this. Why do I point that out? Well, that's because, again, EmberTouch all over here, a lot of these devices are white labeled. And what that means is they're made by somebody else and somebody just slaps their name on it. But EmberTouch actually has their own factory. And every step of the way, they are making sure that they control for quality, that they actually know what's going on in their factory, and they're making all of this with the highest quality materials. That means that extra thick aluminum, real copper, and dual-sided LEDs. So everything is the highest quality around. So it's also very well packaged, as you can see. This one done. There we go. And yeah, you can tell right off the bat that these are quality materials and this is well made. This is not some cheap device. This is the real deal. It looks beautiful. Look at that right there. You can already tell that this is going to deliver, and you can see all of those little LEDs. You can tell that the material is super high quality. It's also stylish to look at. I'm loving EmberTouch so far. So again, even down to the packaging, they're making sure all of these things don't get scuffed up. This is, your lever that you can use to kind of adjust, and that is really, really well made. You're not going to have this falling or tipping in any way, shape, or form. They also hook you up. Check this out. You're going to get a carry bag to go with this. So again, you can easily take this for after the gym or for a self-care moment at work. Got the EmberTouch bag, so nice. I don't even want to cover up the device, it's so pretty. Of course, they are going to give you a user manual. They are experts in this, and they're going to tell you exactly how to use this in the best way and your best course of action, and explain a little bit more about all of the technology and, of course, how to use that app. And we're going to go over that as well later in the video. I think we have all our accessories over here. There we go, very nice. Your power cable, of course. And safety first. You already know, you got your safety goggles. So let's kick it off and take a closer look and talk more about what makes this so great. So let's take an up close look at the device. You'll see you've got a color screen right here, and we can go through and choose between preset modes. And the different modes basically are going to give you a different mixture of the red light and the near infrared light, or NIR, as well as the length of time and the pulse options as well. So those are all set in there, and then you also have your settings, all really easy to use. And all in color and super nice right there. You also can see that this is just made of really, really high quality materials. So it has really high irradiance, efficient cooling, all of that through this fan here on the side, all while being really, really quiet. And I'm gonna go ahead and start this in mode 1 so you can see what I'm talking about. But you're also gonna have dual chip LEDs, really, really high irradiance. and all just made of really thick aluminum here, real copper lining on the inside. And check that out, whisper, whisper quiet. So one of my personal favorite ways to use the EmberTouch is after a workout. So of course I have my safety goggles on here. You want to keep your eyes safe, of course. And I do have my pant leg rolled up here. The EmberTouch can penetrate through thin fabrics, but I think best results come when it's on your direct skin. So all I'm feeling is a nice warm sensation. Almost feels like being in the sun. However, a lot of people ask, why not just do sunlight? Well, sunlight, while it does have those red lights, it also has a full spectrum of lights, including ultraviolet lights and things that can be dangerous for you. With EmberTouch, you only get things that are safe and beneficial. And speaking of those benefits, using this on something like your joints is really, really great after exercise for a couple of different reasons. Those light, especially that NIR light, is going to be able to penetrate deep into your body and go into the mitochondria, that of course we all know, the powerhouse of the cell. So it's going to help hopefully stimulate ATP and also help your circulation, which can help with recovery, help with building your muscles, and help with helping ease any sort of joint pain and inflammation after you work yourself hard. So I always find that not only is this relaxing, but it helps me recover as well. My other favorite use for the EmberTouch, of course, is for a skincare moment. Red light therapy is all the rage, and there's a lot of good reasons for that. And many of them are actually clinically backed. So if you want a science-backed way to help produce collagen and elastin, those things that'll make your face look more bouncy, plump, youthful, smooth out fine lines and wrinkles, and help your overall appearance of your skin, then this could be the device for you. It's super simple and super easy. And one thing that I like about this device itself is that it's portable. It's also something that is, for me, about the right size. And it's something that I can use without necessarily having to either have a wand that I'm constantly moving or have a big mask on my face like some of those other devices. And you might be worried, like, are you the right distance away, or what's going on? Some things are right up on your skin. This actually has sensors that will make sure that the red light is the appropriate intensity based on how far away you are from the device. So not only does that keep you safe, but it also makes sure that the treatment itself is as effective as possible. So we're about to check out that app as promised, but first I want to talk about some of the performance features that really set this device apart. So first off, it has a really high irradiance. At a distance of about 6 inches, several models of the EmberTouch deliver an irradiance of 134 to 146. That's really, really incredible. Megawatts per centimeter squared. That's significantly higher than the industry average. If you look at other similar devices, you're going to notice that this is much higher. And what that means is that your treatment can progress a lot faster. So that means the more irradiance you have, not only the more effective this can be, but that means that the time that you spend under your red light can be halved. That saves you time in your day, and you can be on your way and have just as effective as a treatment as another device that you might have to use for twice as long. Plus, this supports pulse mode. And what pulse mode does is basically it reduces the thermal sensation. This just, like I said, it feels kind of like you're in the warm sun. It's never painful. It's actually really nice and relaxing. But it does have that high irradiance and that high output. How that works is that it uses pulse mode, and that's going to reduce your thermal sensation while you still maintain that high energy output, which means that you're always going to stay nice and comfortable while getting the maximum amount of benefits. So let's also check out this app. You can see everything that's going on. I have it paused, so that's why you can see what's left in my treatment time, as well as I had it on 100% red light, 100% NIR, and then 0% of the pulse. But you can change all of that up and change all of the settings in here as well, just like you can on the side of the device, but the app makes it a little easier in my opinion. You also have the coolest part of the app, which is My Studio. So check this out. We will create a new plan. Let's see this. I'm going to put in Post run. Confirm. Select the device. And again, of course, you can use the whole Ember Pro ecosystem. You can confirm right here. Do the treatment distance. You can choose that. I'm going to choose 6 inches. And then I'm going to go over here to female front. And then I can change this and go down here and say that I want to use this on my knees. Say OK. And then that'll be my post run. When I go to that, I can track when I've done this, how often, all that kind of stuff, and exactly the settings that I would like. And I can go to my history record and check all that out. I can do the same thing for skincare or relaxation during the workday. And you can set up different body parts, different sessions, and so much more. Shoppers, I am so thrilled with my EmberTouch. This is my new favorite device. I have been using red light therapy for a long time, and I really believe that it is so beneficial for so many different parts of our body, from our skin to our joints to everything working on a cellular level. I think red light, especially with that NIR and the pulse, can really, really help you see results. Now, I used to have to go to my gym to use a red light therapy device. And then I got an at-home mask device. But the thing is, with the mask, I almost never use it. I find it to be very inconvenient, and I hate having to have something over my face. This also allows me to do multiple body parts. I'm not just stuck into only doing skincare. I can do my joints, I can do my back, I can do my elbow. And it's very, very easy and portable to move around. Or if you get even more devices, there's larger ones as well, and I will put all of those links in the description below. You can even set up your own red light room in your house, so that way you don't have to go to the gym or the spa to get all of those benefits. EmberTouch is one that is so well made, and they even have, like I said, their own factory. They are doing all of this themselves. They do their quality control. They care about their customers, and they care about the product that they put out, and they make sure that it is safe, it's effective, and it's durable. So it's made to last for a very long time. This is going to be a huge Christmas gift item this year. I know that. This is so popular. So if you have anyone that's into skincare, if they're into fitness, if they're into wellness, this is definitely going to be something that you want to pick up and gift, maybe even just to yourself. Like I said, I'm going to leave all of those links and everything in the description below, and I encourage you guys to go ahead and get to shopping. Adios, amigos.